If you watched our sportscast at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, or really anything over the last week that covers college football, you already know the huge news. It's conference realignment, most notably, of course, this time around with the SEC and Big Ten at the forefront, with the rest of the Power Five in the crosshairs. And yeah, there's plenty of fun discussions to be had. It's a college sports what if. Dream matchups, crazy divisions, far-flung scenarios. It got people in our office talking, even if they just have the most casual or passive of interests. But listen, as many laughs and awes as the average fan and diehards are getting from all these hypotheticals, I know I'm far from the only one that's less excited about what the sport will be gaining and far more worried about what it's more than likely losing. It's clear in this world that the idea of the Power Five is dead. Even if the ACC, Big 12, and Pac-12 all survive, there isn't enough firepower to go around. To save all three leagues is to condemn its membership to second-class status, something nobody wants. And with powerhouses like Florida State, Clemson, and Miami, etc. in the South, and the Washingtons and Oregons of the world of the West, that almost certainly won't happen. Here in Tallahassee on a micro level, there can't be too much panic for FSU. Similar to what happened in FAMU's move to the SWAC just a year ago at the FCS level, the brand of the Seminoles is too powerful and, more importantly, too valuable for the SEC, Big Ten, and by extension, the major TV networks to not have on their team and competitive. A destruction of the ACC's grant of rights, whether by cash, lawyers, or a downright disbanding of the league, will more than likely happen. And the Garnet and Gold plus its powerhouse colleagues will be free to be courted by Greg Sankey and Kevin Warren's leagues. They'll find a great home and, more importantly, a rights deal flush with cash that's become necessary to be competitive in today's landscape. But where a select few like Florida State will be tossed a life raft, others will be thrown an anchor and told to swim. Those pesky quote-unquote lesser-thans will be left to drown. Fan bases who've put everything they can into being competitive and making it to the P5 level, like the Louisvilles, UCFs, and TCUs of the world, might just be told that they're too ugly to be invited to the ball anymore. Along with some other longtime P5 names, because some suit in a TV network's boardroom decided they just don't have the following or the Nielsen rating to get an invite into college football's own AFC and NFC. The idea that on any day the underdog can prevail is integral to college sports. It's why App State, Georgia Southern, and Jacksonville State are still dirty words in Ann Arbor and Gainesville and right here at home in Tallahassee. It's why USC fans still dread Corvallis, Oregon, and Ames, Iowa gives chills to any Oklahoma State Cowboy. It's why, despite being college's quote-unquote secondary sport, March Madness and men's basketball is as popular as ever, because everyone gets a shot at one shining moment. But the networks, the powers that be, and their greed have decided much of the sport is unworthy of that moment, as the 65 schools of the P5 may just become the 35 of the P2. And if the others are second class, then what does that even make the group of five? Why even bother in the sport's highest division, especially with the future of bowl games not even certain? Dream matchups are fun. They're exciting, and on a local level, so is the Noles getting a competitive share of the revenue pie once more. I'm not asking you to not be happy about that. But what I am asking is to take a look at this thing from a bird's eye view. Because college football is getting addicted to these types of facelifts, and one of these days it's going to look in the mirror and not recognize what looks back.